What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the shop. Now I'm just about to hit 400 subscribers, which is fantastic. It took a year to get to the first 200 and just almost a month to add 200 more. So everything's on the up and up, which is fantastic. So I thought I'd do a quick update video, answer a few questions and just generally shoot the breeze. I need to tidy up after this project. It looks like a Tasmanian devil has been through the shop. So I'm going to walk, talk and tidy and just give you guys a quick update and generally shoot the shit. So let's do it. It's amazing just how much sawdust you produce from small projects like this. The shop is destroyed, so I need to clean as I go. But I think the first thing I want to address, you might have seen one of the videos I put up of me doing what I actually do for a living, which is an electrician. I don't want to give the wrong impression that I'm actually a carpenter or a cabinet maker or anything like that. I'm not. Everything you see me do inside in this workshop is actually my hobby. This is what I do for fun, which is why I'm sharing it on YouTube. Making YouTube videos is another hobby of mine. So that's why I'm doing that as well. But I don't want to come across like I'm trying to be an expert here. I'm very much learning as I go, and as I attempt each one of these projects, I'm just sharing it with you guys. The only place I can claim to be an expert is as an actual electrician. So I can, if you like, put up some more content of electrical work, maybe some more on-site stuff, tool reviews, that kind of thing. Just you might be interested in, you might not. The only danger with that is the regulations in Ireland are only a registered electrical contractor who's fully insured can do any electrical work. So it might be irresponsible for me to share stuff that you guys can't actually attempt to do yourselves. Everything now comes under controlled and restricted works. Even a qualified electrician cannot do it unless he's fully insured and fully registered. So that's the law. Otherwise it's 3 years in jail or up to a €20,000 fine. So what I can actually share with you guys is I'll have to decide that. So maybe I can just show you some of the places where I work. I work in some pretty cool places that might make some good viewing. So, and the only thing, like I say, I can speak with authority on is the electrical work. This stuff I'm learning as I go. As making YouTube videos, I'm pretty much learning that as I go too. So making YouTube videos is another interesting thing. It's another thing that I'm learning to do. It's a kind of significant investment. The camera I'm using is a Canon 800D, which is just one of Canon's entry level cameras. I think they call it the T7 or T8i in America. So, and I'm on a 10-year-old laptop with Windows Movie Maker. That's the level of my ability at the minute. So bear with me on that stuff, guys. So I've heard a few comment, or I take all your feedback on board, and I've read a few of the comments, and some of you say I should maybe script some of my stuff. But the trouble with that is I don't know what I'm doing myself, so I very much come out here, figure it out as I go, and just talk as I'm making the videos. And yeah, so the editing thing is another skill I have to develop for this YouTube thing. So I have to upgrade the laptop, I'll have to upgrade the editing software. That's all going to come in time. So hopefully the standard will go up, so bear with me on that one. Quite a mess in here. Another thing someone has asked in the comments is, am I getting paid or sponsored by tool companies to do any of this stuff? No, I have a tiny little channel. They don't even know I exist. So any tools that I do review, I actually use and I buy myself, and I use them out on site too. So I can speak with a little bit of authority on that stuff. One of you asked me about this Record Power dust extractor, how I'm getting on with it. It is a fantastic bit of kit. I can't recommend this thing highly enough. I've just made a base for it. So just a piece of plywood, stuck some casters on it so I can wheel it around the shop. It's a fantastic bit of kit. I've already done a review on it. I'll leave a link up here for you. The only problem you'll have with it is emptying it. It's a bit awkward. So it's a bit messy. Take it outside your shop, wear a mask, and get a bag around it and try and tip it into the bag. Things like this, planar thicknesser or jointer planar, depending on where you are in the world, produce a hell of a lot of chips, and it fills it up quite quickly. But it's powerful enough to be used as a main extractor for an entire system if you want to put in. So yeah, I do recommend that, guys. It's a fantastic bit of kit, and the bonus about it too is you can use it as a shop vac. So now that I have it on wheels, I can put the Hoover attachment onto it or the vacuum attachment onto it. You can use it with your small machines and your big machines, and it's fantastic for cleaning the whole shop. And it nearly sucks the paint off the floor, it's so strong. So yeah, the Record Power DX4000, when you are thinking about buying this, I do recommend it, and I don't think you'll regret it. So definitely check one of those out, have a look at it. The sun keeps going in and out, so the video keeps getting brighter and darker. So another thing I'm trying to figure out is lighting. As the clouds go over, I have skylights in this thing, so as the clouds go over and the sun keeps going in and out, obviously that affects the camera. So trying to get the lighting right in here is another issue I'm having. So that's something else I have to try and learn and understand. Project ideas for upcoming videos. I'm definitely going to build a new workbench. So that's going to be something. My friend of mine has bought plans for a cedar strip canoe, so that's something we might attempt. We may or may not attempt it this year, I don't know, but it's something we want. So I've priced up some cedar. I've sourced it from a local crowd, so we're going to try and mill it ourselves. I don't know if I have the machines to cut 18-foot lengths into strips, or the expertise to do it, so we'll see. I might have to take it to someone and get it milled up. But making a cedar strip canoe, they're absolutely beautiful pieces of kit. It'll be a big project, and it'll be a big undertaking, so we have to decide when is a good time to start that. And ideas for projects, so if any of you guys want to see anything, or if there's anything you want me to do or show, just let me know in the comments below. All help with that would be appreciated. I'm not sure how far I can go with this woodworking stuff, because obviously my ability level is not so high. So what's next on the agenda I have to think about. Definitely I can do more tool reviews, so if you're interested in that stuff, I'm using tools every day of the week on site, so I can definitely do more of that type of content. If that interests you, let me know. And again, all ideas and feedback is absolutely welcome, because I'm sitting in the room trying to think up of things to do. So yeah, some help with that would be appreciated. That's why that dust extractor is pretty cool. You can use it as a shop vac. This table saw, so a whole bunch of you guys have subscribed because of the video I made on this table saw. It turns out a whole bunch of people had bought one of these secondhand around the same time as I did. That's the power of the internet for you. It puts you in contact with people doing the same thing as you're doing. A couple of questions I got asked about it. One guy asked me, he said his motor is sticking. Did I have any ideas what that could be? Like I said, it could be the motor itself. Without actually hearing or seeing what's going on, it's hard to diagnose the problem. If you thought it was a bearing, but if it's a bearing, you might be able to hear it. You'll hear some grinding noise when it's running. It shouldn't stick on startup if it's a bearing, unless the bearing is really, really bad. If you're hearing a buzzing from the motor and it's not turning, it could be an issue with the windings of the motor itself. You might have to pull it and just take it to a rewind center and get the motor looked at and some new bearings put into it. Check the pulley system, so it's belt driven onto the blade itself. Just check, make sure there's nothing in there binding or catching. Or another thing to do is make sure it's unplugged. Just take the guard off and just spin that motor by hand. Just turn the blade by hand, see if you can feel where it's binding. And yeah, it might give you an indication. Like I say, but without hearing or seeing what it's actually doing myself, there's not much I can really tell you more than that. With regards to where I am with this thing, again, the crosscut carriage I sorted out, which is perfect. I need to sort out the fence. The fence it's not locking down great, so trying to use it to get perfectly straight rip cuts is being a little bit difficult. It tends to move just slightly, so I need to sort out the mechanism for locking down the back, and I still have to put the screw and handle adjustment in for tilting the blade. Other than that though, it's top class. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the table saw, guys. There we go. This planar thicknesser I've been using, a quick update on this. I can't fault it really in any way. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it is accurate. A little bit fiddly getting the fence off, that's the only thing. I could imagine if you're in a full-time shop doing woodwork, having a combination machine might be a little bit annoying because you have to constantly switch from one to the other. It would be handier if you had your planer or your jointer set up where you could take your stuff off and then put it straight through the thicknesser. that would be a much better workflow. But for guys like me, hobbyists and stuff like that, doing small projects, a combination machine saves space, and yeah, it's a pretty decent machine. I can't really fault it. I can do a full review on this if that's something that would interest you guys. I can go through how the machine works and all its pros and cons, and yeah, but so far so good with this thing. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, another keen-eyed viewer out there spotted this in the background and asked me, is this the sander machine from Aldi? And yes, it is the sanding machine from Aldi. I picked it up there a week or two ago. I just saw it. The Aldi stuff is super cheap. When it comes to buying tools, my advice is always to buy the best you can afford. But every now and again, something really cheap pops up and you say, "Feck it, I'll take a chance on it. If it breaks, it breaks." And so far, yeah, I can't fault it really. It's for what it is, for the price it comes at. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. You can set it up so that everything is nice and square and straight. And I've used it when I was making that little box. I didn't actually make a video of that project, but the little box I made, it flattened everything, got everything square and true for me. So runs pretty well. I think it's 750 watts. It's not the most powerful thing in the world, but it's, you know, it's one of those cheap little tools that comes up every now and again. And Aldi, if you don't know, it's kind of a mad kind of a shop. It's like where you do your grocery shopping, and it sells things like wetsuits and tools and all sorts of crazy stuff every now and again. So yeah, that is the sander from Aldi, and yeah, go check it out. I mean, for the money, you can't really go too far wrong. Another issue with working with wood is the amount of chippings and sawdust that you end up with. I'm filling bags of this stuff, but you can compost it, and so I'm giving it to some people who make compost. I'm composting some of it myself. I also have a solid fuel stove, so it will be going into that in the winter time. But yeah, chippings and sawdust. What do you do with your stuff, guys? Because I'm producing bags of this stuff every week, just doing small projects. It's kind of crazy. Try and keep the bits of blocks separate, throw them in that bag, and not let any contaminants that won't compost get into it. So try and keep the glue out of it if you are going to compost it. And glues and plastic are no good for your compost bin. Either are the blocks. Right, an update on this chop saw. Fantastic bit of kit. This is probably the best tool I've ever bought. Now, it is pricey, so I got this second hand for a great deal. That's the reason I bought it. It is up there, but having used it, would I say to someone to buy one new? Absolutely. If you can save up a few pounds and you're in the market for a miter saw, this thing is fantastic. It is an absolute pleasure to work with a tool out of the box that's square, true. All the angles are the angles. When you put two pieces together, you have a perfect cut. Everything joins exactly at 90, exactly at 45. You can trench with it, or miters, bevels, whatever you want to do, this thing will do. I can't sing its praises highly enough. It's a great saw. It is on the pricey side. It is aimed towards the professional user, but if one comes up second hand, guys, and you're in the market for a miter saw, grab one of these things, because you will not be disappointed. They are fantastic. Some order to the chaos. So there we go, guys. That has just been a quick update video. About to hit 400 subscribers, answer a few of your questions, give you a quick update, just let you know what's going on with the channel and stuff like that. So yeah, as always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and if you want to help me out, just consider sharing the video. If you know anybody who would be interested in this type of content, feel free to share away. That would be the best way you guys could help me out. That would be fantastic. So until the next project, comments and questions below. All ideas and feedback is welcome and appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take it easy.